If you are on the lookout for doctorate journals, here's a comparison of 4 different brands I have and also a few things you might want to consider while deciding on your journal. If this is something that interests you, stay tuned. Hello everybody, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. As you can see, I have 4 different brands of doctorate journals here, and I will go through them one by one, showing you the differences and also a few characteristics that are special for that brand. I will also share a few things you might want to keep in mind before deciding to pick any particular brand or brands, a few things that you might want to consider before you pick your journal. So first I'll go to Archer and Olive, and this is from the summer collection. And I'm just sharing this a couple of sizes that I have in hand. And this is the square 8 by 8, 8 inches by 8 inches. And this was the journal. And you must have seen this enough times. So let's just go ahead and do a comparison. I'll have this out. So next is the Happy Planner. Next would be the Notebook Therapy. And this is the Quirky Cup Collective. Let's just go over the sizes now. Quirky Cup Collective and Happy Planner comes in this is the A5 size, and this is just over the A5. This is just a teeny bit taller and wider, maybe like a centimeter on each side, as you can see. And this is the 8 by 8. And this is the B5. So from the length, this is how it is, and this is the size difference. So it is very hard to see when I show it like so. So I will tell you a few things that I have noticed. The Archer and Olive again is 160 GSM. It's really nice thick paper, and it has beautiful details. It feels really luxurious. This is a vegan leather, and it does have other sizes like 8 by 8. This is the 8 by 8, so they have the A5, B5, sometimes the travel size, and then the A6 and the B6. So lots of sizes to choose from. And let's go ahead and measure the dot spacing. So this is, I will zoom in a bit. So this is 0.5 centimeter to the dot, if you can see. And with the Notebook Therapy, let's see. This is also 0.5 centimeter to the dot. And these two are both white, as in really white. Dot grid with the Happy Journal, Happy Planner. It's as if you can see that it is 0.4 as a dot spacing, if you can see. And again, this is also white. But comparing it right next to this, it is not as white as the Archer and Olive, but it is still white. And now let's compare the Quirky Cup Collective. And this is my current reading journal. So I just updated my reading journal, and let's get to the blank pages, which are unused. And this is also, it's more like 0.6. Yeah, it's between 0.5 and 0.6. And this is clearly off-white. This is not white. For a comparison, let's open both of these alongside. So this is clearly like a creamish tinge to it. So if you're, it definitely has that color difference. It's not white. And the next thing you might want to consider is the size. This A5 is the most popular size. Let me just take a couple of Archer and Olive A5s that I have. So these are of the 3 Archer and Olive journals that I have. Let's just go through that one by one. This is my travel bucket list, travel journal, and it's the gilded one with that shimmery, it was from a winter collection. And this is a blackout. I just shared my recent haul. So this was all part of that. And this is a blackout page, my first one ever. And the blackout pages come with gray dots and not white, so that it is more muted against the blackout pages and not just stand out if it were a white dot. And this is again another journal. This one was from the recent subscription box. Gorgeous details. So these are a couple of the A5 size journals that I have. And this one is from Happy Planner, and they released a lot more dot grid journals this fall too. So just keep an eye out for sales and deals and all that happening. So you might want to pick up while all that is happening. And for Archer and Olive, you can use my code Priya10 for 10% off. And they are coming back with their dated planners, and all the popular everyday items are back. So you might want to check that out before they sell out again. So that is the A5. And the other square journal I'm using is for my creative journaling, and it is my once a month setup that I do, and this is the one for October. And this will be a video. I'm not sure what order the videos will be coming, but this will also be a theme for the YouTube collab loop group that I participate in. And the theme was candy. So I made like a small Dutch door using the notepads from Archer and Olive, and I used some glitter paper to make some, can you see that dimension on the bats? That's the bats. So this is the square, and as you can see, it gives more room to decorate. So this is my next square journal that I have in my lineup. The other size I forgot to show you is this A6, and this is the pocket library, and these are 2 extra large pocket sized notebooks. And these are, let's just take them out. It's really unique because again, this was also from the subscription box, and I had picked it up from a D-Stash group. So it's a bit snug in there. And as you can see, it is really small, and this is my palm. It's really, and my palm is not on the large size either. So this is really small, really petite, something you might want to consider if you want something for on the go. And this one has gray dot grid pages. Let's measure the dot spacing. I doubt it will be any different than the 0.5. And it is exactly 0.5. So this is the gray dot grid, which I think is the first time Archer and Olive has done that. And this one is the craft paper. So these are very popular items. And this will be the next size. If you're looking for something really small, portable, easily you can carry in your purse, if you take this, or if you pick one of the A6 or B6 sizes in the regular collections, which will be 112 pages and not 192 like this one. So that will be thinner and a great size for you to carry. So the B5 is again a very popular size that I'm really loving, and this is my daily journal setup. I had some extra fun time during the month of October where I got to play around with lots of Dutch doors and all the possibilities that open up with larger journals, because you have more space to play around. And this was one of the ones, and here's another one I had done earlier on, and this is my daily journal, which I really love. As you can see, you have lots of options to do in there. You can keep it simple, you can go for elaborate ones, you can play around with distress oxides and inks, and you have all the possibilities you want, especially as a creative outlet. And you want to have good quality paper if you need to be able to use any mediums you want. So the doctorate journals in nice 160 GSM at least is a must if you would like to explore and get creative in the journal spreads for that matter, just like these. So make sure you pick the right journal for your use. So now let's get to what you might want to consider before you pick your journal. So the first thing would be what size you want. Depending on that, you will have options less or more. Because if you are going with the A5, which is the most common size, you will have lots of options to choose from, including from the Happy Planner. And Quirky Cup is again an option. Arch and Olive definitely has, and so does Notebook Therapy. The next thing you might want to consider is how much are you willing to pay for the shipping. All these brands ship internationally, but depending on where you are, you might want to look at import fees that could add up as international folks, because Quirky Cup Collective comes from Australia. And this Notebook Therapy, it comes, to my understanding, don't quote me on this, it comes somewhere in Asia. I'm not sure where, but it is somewhere in Asia. And Happy Plan obviously ships out of the States, and so does the Arch and Olive. So you might want to consider what your budget is on the shipping. I would like to tell you is, please be on the lookout for sales, because I'm not sure about these two brands. I know Arch and Olive and the Happy Planner have tons of sales, especially around the Black Friday and towards the end of November and December. They have extremely good deals. So keep an eye out for that, and you can, but please stay away from impulsive buying because you'll later repent it. And as somebody who has studied economics, I can tell you, you don't want negative utility on your products. So please make wise decisions. And I should remind myself too, because I do have a good collection of Arch and Olive journals this year. And I hope you found today's video useful. Please check out the rest of the videos I mentioned, and all the shops I'm showing you journals from are linked in the description. And for Arch and Olive, my code Priya10 earns you 10% off. And to my understanding, it can be stacked on top of sales. So even if that is not the case, I would really appreciate it if you would consider using my affiliate link to shop. It does earn me a small cut at no extra cost to you, and I would really appreciate that. And if you like journal and creative journaling and all sorts of spreads, I do have a full playlist for each of them. Please check that out. And if you like today's video and would like to see spreads, creative uses of all these journals, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the fun videos I have coming. Let me know if you had thought of any other ideas that you usually consider while shopping for doctorate journals or for any stationery in general. We can always help each other grow and make wise decisions, right? Please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more of myself over there. It's a fun community and it would be great to hang out with more folks. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Bye.